Alright, so in this example, we're going to look at how to create or use a panel to add a single line text field or any field put into the panel, and then we want to show and hide that control or those controls based on a checkbox, which can also be used as a choice field, etc. But we're going to use a checkbox for this. So first thing, we have a form, has some basic fields on it already. What I want to do is actually bring a panel onto it, and this can be done in classic and or responsive. And then I'll bring another single line of text field here. And I'm going to slide this date over, and then I'm going to also bring in yes no control here. So let's go ahead and give these things some titles. So this would be toggle, which would be for that, and show hide selection. Actually, this is a show and hide panel, so that's what it's for. So I'm going to name the panel. This is called panel. Actually, I need to name it, so I'll come here and call it panel. The panel is used for groups, and then I'm going to name this as well, and this will be the text box. So text box. And I'm not going to bind it. You can connect it to, I can connect it to that. I'm not going to do it though, just to show you that. And then we also have date here, which is another control. So what you want to do is, so you want to add the rule to the panel itself. So the way we do that is we'll do a show hide rule here, and I'm going to create one. Essentially, let's just actually start this over, show you how to make this. So do show hide. And we're going to say we want to show and hide this when toggle. It's funny because toggle is a boolean already, and it's already set to yes and no. And the reason why toggle is a boolean, the control itself is a boolean, is because this is a yes no field, so it automatically does yes no. So when all we're going to say is when this is actually, as a rule, when this equals true, when this rule equals true, then it will fire. So when this equals yes, then it will hide. So it's a simple rule. We can do this, and then I'm going to show you how to do this with a different control. So do that, show hide. So right now this is set to false or no, so it's showing. Set to true, we can see that it hides. So when that rule is true, then hide. Very simple rule there. But let's actually make this a little bit easier to understand. I'm going to actually do this and bring a choice control over. And so this is choice. We'll call it choice. And this will be show hide choice. Very simple. And we'll also change these to show and hide as two options. And I will make it an option box here and then do it cross down 2. So essentially what I'm doing is basically making it so that it looks like that. But same thing, we're going to come to the panel itself. Let's see here. Come to the panel, and I'm going to add a rule to the panel, and this is going to be another one. Show hide choice. And this is the way you want to do this one. So you want to reference when the choice field is equal, and it's not 1 equal because 2 equals is the way the formula works. When this equals a value, and the value is hide. So when this evaluates to true, when the choice control equals hide, we then want it to hide that. For fun, I'll just actually disable it just to show you the difference between disable and not. So just go ahead and do this. Just to show you that, I'm going to change this to disable so you can see both of these working kind of simultaneously. I'm going to show and then disable. Oops. And when this equals, remember your values here have to be equal. I need to change that here because this is going to evaluate text. When that equals true, then it will do that. So let's see how that works. Preview again. You can do it in edit mode. Either one works. So I should be able to hide and or disable. So hide, now that works. Disable. So disable, I can't click into it. If I show, now I can click into it. That, disable, can't edit that. So this is how you apply a rule to a panel. You can actually take it outside of the panel and do it. So if I wanted to, I can actually apply this control. It's a really cool function. I can actually apply the control to, let's add another control here, people field, just to show you this. So this is it's called people, and this is a people picker. People picker control. And so I want to take the formulas of writing on this, or the control, the rule, and I want to add it to an associated control. So I'm going to select associated control. So now you can see that is selected. It's kind of interesting how that works. So select control. I want to add this, add to selected control. So that should be applying there. Just because I'm not exactly sure. I want to select associated controls. I want to get this control selected, and I want to apply the rule to it. It's quite fun to do this. Let's see. So add to selected controls. See if I can get that doing again. It's really finicky. I've done it before. And let's see here. So I want to now look at your rules. For this one, show disable, so that's there. So now that I can look at that there, and this should disable both of those. So there. So it's probably doing it before, and I just didn't realize it. And then show and hide. So you can see it's showing it, but if I disable it, that rule is going to fire against that as well. So just a couple of different ways to use rules to see how things work, and then test those things out. So hope that helps get you some information on how to apply rules to different controls. This works in classic as well as responsive. I use responsive because it was just a lot easier to, or quick to build it out, but it works in both responsive and classic. So hope that helps in getting that done.